Welcome to the first episode of Dope and Disabled Podcast in honor of Spina Bifida Awareness Month. We are your hosts. I'm Danette.
I'm James Sellers.
And I'm James Sellers' mother. Um, we are bringing awareness and bringing light to spina bifida and also people with disabilities all over the world. Um, so, a little bit of personal stories is that I am James' mother. He's 22 years old. He was born in 2001. He was diagnosed with spina bifida in my womb as I was pregnant with him and carrying him, and um, we found out months in, and he was actually born with the disability hydrocephalus and the spina bifida and the reflux to the kidneys. However, he's faced many challenges throughout his 22 years of life, and he's also had many accomplishments, and he is basically the advocate for or the voice for people with disabilities who does not have a voice or a platform. So I'm just going to ask James a few questions, and he'll give you some insight on his journey. So, um, you want to tell the people what disability you were born with, first of all. What were you born with?
Spina bifida.
And how does that affect you on a daily basis? Like your everyday living, your challenges, like every day you have to versus normal not normal people versus people without disabilities. Like when you get up in the morning, you're we can jump out of bed, but you have to take a little while to get up, to get yourself motivated. How do you, throughout the day, um, get yourself up and motivated through your challenges to do what you need to do during the day?
Um, I would say it takes me a minute to get myself ready and start the day.
So, what do you need to do to prepare yourself to get ready just for a day? Like for myself, I can just get up, brush my teeth, get in the shower, and get ready for work. When you get up and get ready, do you have special equipment that you have to put on? Is there certain things that you have to do to prepare yourself to get ready?
Yeah, I have special equipment to put on.
Like, what do you use? Can you walk?
Yes,
Do you use equipment to walk?
yes.
I know that you wear braces on your legs
Mhm.
to help you with walking. I know that you cannot walk long distance, and you also use a wheelchair for distance because what does it do to your legs when you stand for a long time?
It makes my legs tired.
And do your legs give out?
Yes.
And when your legs give out, does it stop you from walking or standing? Like do you have to take a break? Is it a long break? Is it a short break? What do you,
I would say it has to be a long break.
it has to be a long break
Yeah.
so that you can get the energy to stand again and walk again?
Yeah.
How does it feel as far as your mental? Like, Um, do you have like mental challenges? Do you forget a lot of stuff? Um, I know that you have it's called a VP shunt in your head. because you have fluid on the brain, and that's called hydrocephalus. Um, where when the tube in your head, that's called a VP shunt, when the fluid is drained into that shunt, where does it go?
Other end of the tube.
So the fluid goes down through the tube
Mhm.
into. So how do you get the fluid out of the tube? What do you have to do?
Cath.
You have to catheterize
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
Oh, as we can just go to the bathroom and sit down and urinate, where you would have to use a tube to help you do that. And you have a lot of support. Do you say that you have a lot of support
Yes.
with helping you with getting through your daily routine?
Yes.
Who's your support system?
Like my parents and like my grandparents and like my cousins and stuff and my sister.
Oh, okay. So can you, because you have this disability, I know that you can't play physical sports. You can't have physical contact.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I know that you love football and you love basketball and you can't physically do those things. So, what do you do because you can't physically interact with those things? What else do you do to take the place of the not being able to physically play football or basketball?
Sometimes I just watch other kids play.
You watch the other kids, and your favorite team is the Steelers, and you also, um, I know that you like to watch the football games and the basketball games, and that there isn't a lot of things out there for you, um, or the disability community. So I know that a lot of you and the rest of the disability community does not have a voice. So I am the voice for you, and you are the voice for the rest of the disability community. Um, there is seen and unseen disabilities. One thing you that I love about you is that you don't complain. Even when you're hurting, you don't complain. Even through the hospital visits, you don't complain. And that's one thing that I admire about you. What are some of your accomplishments? I know that they said that you would not make it past 5 years old, and they said that you wouldn't be able to walk, and you wouldn't be able to talk, and you wouldn't be able to do um, anything except be in a wheelchair. Um, what was your accomplishments? They said that you couldn't, but we see that you did, and we know that you can. What have you done that they said you couldn't do? Besides, I know that you graduated from high school where they said you weren't going to even get to school. What else have you accomplished?
Made it through like all like challenges and with the help of like family and cousins and stuff.
And you also, I know one of your accomplishments is, I'm wearing it, is your clothing line, your urban clothing line for the disabled. It's dope and disabled. How did you come about the dope and disabled?
I just wanted to help the disabled community.
With why did you want to help them? Is it that they don't have clothing for themselves, or for the disabled, or why did you want to help the community, the disabled community, with the urban streetwear?
Because the disabled community don't have clothing for themselves.
Oh, they don't have clothing for those. Um, I do know that is your clothing line just geared to the disabled community, or is it for everyone?
It's for everyone.
But it's more geared to the disabled community.
Yes.
Okay. I do know that there is not a lot out there for the disabled community, and I do know that they are limited. You guys are limited on um, different things that you can wear. Like, for example, you wear braces on your legs to help you walk. There's not a lot of shoes that are comfortable for your braces to support your ankles in walking. So it's difficult to find that. It's difficult to find clothing for different people who have different disabilities, and they're different sizes, and they don't have urban streetwear out there for people, um, to for themselves. You understand what I mean? So there's clothing for everybody. However, the disability community don't have their own. And so we want to advocate for the people out there who don't have a voice, who don't have a platform, who don't have their own clothing, who don't have resources. We want to be the voice for them. And you want to be the face and the voice for them because you suffer daily from a disability. And I understand that you don't like the word retarded, you don't like the word can't do, um, because you can do all things. We've already proven that. Um, you really don't like the word disabled because you feel like that's putting you in the box, and you're you're not disabled. In your eyes, you're normal. Um, so how did you come up with the word dope and disabled? How did you come up with that name? So I know you told me a little bit that you were bullied in school, and that and you had came home one day, and I remember you saying about being bullied in school, and you saying, just because I'm disabled, I'm still dope. Is that how you came up with the dope and disabled?
Yes.
Okay. And um, are you just with t-shirts? Or what are you doing? Like, do you want it to expand to more? Okay. So a little bit of a background is that this is October, and we know that we have breast cancer and we have other awareness. But Wolf, which is our government, which was our government, he is not the government anymore, but he put into effect that October in October of 22 was the Spina Bifida Awareness Month. And so, to give you a little background on spina bifida is a tube defect that occurs within the first month of pregnancy, and it's result in an incomplete closure of the spinal column. Spina bifida occurs 7 out of every 10,000 live people. Um, so they say that if you take folic acid, um, vitamins or folic vitamins, that you can possibly not have spina bifida. I've taken prenatal vitamins, I've taken all that. And my son is still suffers or battles with spina bifida and hydrocephalus. However, they told me basically to get rid of him. They told me he wasn't going to make it past 5. He wasn't going to be anything but a vegetable. But I said, that is not true. I didn't believe it. And I sat down and I prayed, and I've also had my aunt, she's gone, passed on, but she was also his godmother. Um, she sat down and she had a long conversation with me while he was in the womb, and she has walked us through every step. And that's the reason, partly the reason why he is here outside of God. He also has a lot of support besides me, his father, his sisters. He has his church home. He has family. We have a huge family who helps support him. Um, he likes to do everything on his own, including coming up with this urban clothing line for the disability community. He inspires me every day because he never complains. I try to catch myself from complaining, even though a little headache to us, we can go take a pill. A headache to him, he can't take a pill and it goes away. His pain, his suffering, and his hospital stays. He's been through over 12 surgeries and hospital stays. Um, he's graduated from high school. He also works a part-time job. Um, so everything they said he couldn't do, he's doing. He has setbacks, but he also has comebacks. And so one of the misconceptions and the myths of spina bifida is you won't be able to do anything. You won't be able to do this. You won't be able to do that. You can't do what other kids are doing. You can't play. You can't touch this. You can't do that. But you can do anything that you put your mind to. And I'm a strong believer of that because I'm witnessing it every single day. And I'm proud of him. And he he just continues to inspire me and his entire family. So with that being said, we encourage you to share your stories because there's seen and unseen disabilities out there. Um, and everyone needs help. Everyone who shares their story is helping somebody else. You may not see it, but you're touching lives. And if you touch one life at a time, that's good enough. Um, so I just want to encourage everyone out there not to give up, to keep going. Um, some days are harder than others. You got this. We got this. We're we're rooting for you and you root for us. Is there anything that you want to say or tell the community?
I would just like to say, keep going, and you're strong. Never give up. Keep going till you finish.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for listening. Until the next podcast, we may have other people to join us that you can get their perspective on different disabilities that they may have. There's not just physical disabilities. So when you see someone, it doesn't mean that they're not suffering from something. A lot of people wear masks and um, they wear masks not to show it. And when we wear smiles, even the days that we're hurting, because we have to keep going and we have to keep encouraging each other. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you. God bless you. Until the next time we meet again. Peace.
Peace.